Good morning. In the previous video lecture, we have started our discussion on 8386 microprocessor architecture. While we are discussing about the 8386 microprocessor architecture, I have told that the 8386 processor is able to operate in three different modes as real addressing mode, protected mode, and virtual 386 mode. In this video, the three modes of operation of 8386 were explained elaborately. Let us see the modes of operation one by one. Real addressing mode of 8386. The 8386 always starts from the memory location FFF F0H in the real addressing mode whenever the processor is reset. In this mode, the 8386 works as a 8086 processor with 32-bit registers and data types. The addressing mode, memory size, interrupt handling of 8386 are same as real mode of 8286 microprocessor. Initially, the 8386 starts with the real mode and then prepares for protected mode operation. All the instructions of 8386 are available in this mode except protected address mode instructions. In this mode, the operand size is 16 bits by default. The 32-bit operands and addressing modes can be used with the help of override prefix. In this mode, the segment size is 64 kilobytes. During real addressing mode, the 8086 can address up to 1 megabytes of physical memory using address lines A19 to A0. In this real addressing mode, the paging unit is disabled so that the real address are same as the physical address. To compute the physical memory address, the content of segment register are shifted by left 4-bit positions and then they are added to the 16-bit offset formed using one of the addressing mode, just like 8086 real addressing mode. This figure shows the physical address computation in real mode of 8386. In real mode operation of 8386, the segments can be read, write or executed. The segment in 8386 real mode can be overlapped or non-overlapped. Let us now discuss about the protected mode addressing. In protected mode, the 8386 can be able to address 4 gigabytes of physical memory and 64 terabytes of virtual memory. In this mode, the 8386 has capability to support all programs written for 8286 and 8086 and to be executed. The controls of memory management and protection ability of 8386 are possible in this operating mode. All additional instructions and addressing modes of 8386 feasible in protected mode. In protected mode addressing, the content of segment register are used as selectors which can address the segment descriptor. The segment descriptor consists of segment limit, base address and access right. The effective or offset address is added with segment base address to determine the linear address. When the paging unit is disabled, the linear address is used by physical address. If the paging unit becomes enabled, the paging unit converts the linear address into physical address. The figure shown here is nothing but of the protected mode addressing without paging. This figure shows the protected mode with paging unit enabled. In general, the paging unit is a memory management unit which is enabled only in the protected mode. The paging mechanism is able to handle memory segments in terms of pages of 4 kilobytes size. Usually, a paging unit operates under the control of segment unit. Let us now discuss about the memory management. The function of memory management unit is to convert a linear address into physical address. This unit uses paging mechanisms to locate any physical address on memory. Let us first start our discussion with segmentation. The segmentation provides protection to different types of data and code. The 8386 has three types of segment descriptor tables, which are all being already exist in the 8286, but there are some difference between the 8386 and the 8286 segment descriptor structure. The three types of 8386 segment descriptor table are global descriptor table, local descriptor table, and interrupt descriptor table. The registers used for descriptor table are GDT, LDT and IDT are global descriptor table registers. GDT are local descriptor table register LDTR, and interrupt descriptor table register IDTR respectively. The LGDT, LLDT and LIDT instructions are used to load the three corresponding registers. Let us now discuss about the descriptors. The descriptor of 8386 are a series of 8 bytes which is used to describe and locate a memory segment. The figure shows the structure of the 8386 descriptor. The 8386 segment descriptor has a 20-bit segment limit, a 20-bit segment limit and a 32-bit segment address. The descriptor of 8386 contains access right or attribute bits along with the base and limit of the segment. The function of bits of segment descriptor are the base B16 to B23 and B31 to B24 put together 31 bits. This is nothing but of the base address of the segment. Then limit. This limit is nothing but of the length of the segment. And P is nothing but of the present bit when P is equal to 1 for presence of the descriptor. When P is equal to 0, it is nothing but of the descriptor is not present. DPL is nothing but of descriptor privilege level from it. The descriptor privilege level here is from 0 to 3. S is nothing but of the segment descriptor when S is equal to 0 for system descriptor, and when S is equal to 1 it is for code or data segment descriptor. Next, about type. This is nothing but of the type of descriptor. In A is nothing but of accessed bit, and G is nothing but of the granularity bit. If G is equal to 1, then segment length is page granular. If G is equal to 0, then the segment length is byte granular. This D is nothing but of default operation size. When D is equal to 1, it is for 32-bit segmentation. When it is equal to 0, then it is for 16-bit segmentation. and this AVL is nothing but of available field for user or operating system. Next, let us discuss about the paging mechanism of 8386. The paging technique is most commonly used in memory management of 8386. The segment can divide the physical memory into different size of segments, while the paging divides the memory into fixed size pages. Generally, the segments may be the logical segment of the program, but the pages do not have any logical relation with the program. Actually, the fixed size portion of the program module are called pages. The main advantage of paging system is that it is not required in the complete segment of the task in the physical memory at any time, but only some required pages of the segment should be available in the physical memory for the execution. Subsequently, the memory requirement for the specified task has been reduced and the CPU can really can the available memory for other tasks. When the remaining pages of the specified task are required for execution, these pages can be fetched from the secondary memory storage devices. After execution of pages, it is not required to make available the already executed pages in the memory. Therefore, the space occupied by the already executed page may be eliminated for other tasks. In this way, the paging technique can be used to manage the physical memory for multitasking operations. The figure shows the complete paging mechanism. Let us now discuss about the paging unit and paging directory, descriptors and tables. The paging unit of 8386 has two-level table mechanisms to convert linear address into physical address. First, the paging unit generates the linear address for the segment unit, then converts the linear address into physical address. After that, the paging unit converts the complete memory map of tasks into pages and sizes of each pages 2 to the power 12, that is equal to 4 kilobytes. Actually, the paging unit handles each task based on page directory, page table and page descriptor base register. The 32-bit linear address is stored at the control register CR2, at which the previous page fault can be detected. The control register CR3 is used as page directory, which is known as physical base address register. Hence, CR3 is used to store the physical starting address of the page directory. The lower 12 bits of CR3 must be 0 so that the page size must be 4 kilobytes and the page size must be aligned with the directory. The size of the page directory is 4 kilobytes. Each directory entry consists of 4 bytes. Consequently, a total of 1 kilobytes or 1024 entries are allowed in the directory. The example of a typical directory entry is shown here. The corresponding page directory entry is used to indicate the page table. The size of the page table is of 4 kilobytes and each page table has a maximum of 1024 entries, as I have said. Usually the page table entries contains the starting address of the page and the information about the page. This figure shows the page table entry. Generally, the upper 20 bits of the page frame address of the page table entry is combined with the lower 12 bits of the linear address. The address bit A21 to A12 of linear address are used to choose the 1024 page table entries. The P bit can be used in the address translation. When P is equal to 1, the entry can be used in address translation. If P is equal to 0, the entry cannot be used. The P bit of the presently executed page is always high. The U bar S and RW bar bit, these two are of user supervisor. U bar S is nothing but of user supervisor bit, and R bar W is nothing but of read write bit. These two bits are used to provide the 4-level protection as shown here. The level 0 has the higher privilege level, but the level 3 has the lowest privilege. The bit number 5, A bit. A bit is nothing but of access bit. It must be set by 8386 processor before accessing any page. If A is equal to 1, the page is accessed. When A is equal to 0, the page is not accessed. Then D bit. The D bit is set before a write operation to the page. The D bit is undefined for page directory entries. The operating system reserved bit are defined by the operating system. Initially, the paging unit gets a 32-bit linear address from the segment unit. Then the upper 20 bits of the linear address A31 to A12 are compared with the 32-bit entries in the translation look-side buffer to find if any match exists with the 32-bit entries. Whenever it matches, the 32-bit physical address is computed from the matching translation look-side buffer, that is TLB entry, and put on the address bus. During the linear address to physical address conversion, each conversion process uses 2-level paging, and a certain amount of time is always wasted in the conversion process. To optimize conversion process, a 32-bit entry or a 32 cross 4 kilobyte page table cache is used. This page table cache stores the just now accessed 32 page table entries. The page table cache is also called as transition look-aside buffer. When a linear address is converted into physical address, firstly check the page table cache entry to find the corresponding address. If the page table entry does not exist in the transit look-aside buffer, the 8386 processor reads the page directory entry. After that, it checks the P bit of the directory entry. When P is equal to 1, the page table exists in the memory. Subsequently, the 8386 uses the appropriate page table entry and sets the A bit. If P is equal to 1, the page table entry, it is confirmed that the page is available in the memory. After that, the 8386 processor updates the A and D bits and access the page. Then upper 20 bits of the linear address will be read from the page table and will be stored in the transit look-aside buffer for future access. If P is equal to 0, the processor generates a page default exception to indicate the page protection rules are violated. Now let us discuss about the virtual 8086 mode in 8386. In real mode, the 8386 is available to execute the 8086 program along with all capabilities of 8386. But once the 8386 processor enters into protected mode from real mode, it cannot revert back to the real mode without a reset operation. During the protected mode of operation, the 8386 processor confers a virtual 8086 operating environment to execute the application program of 8086. Therefore, the virtual mode operation of 8386 provides an advantage of executing 8086 programs, although the 8386 processor is in protected mode. The address computation mechanism in virtual 8386 mode is same as 8086 real mode. In this mode, the 8386 can address 1 megabytes of physical memory, which can be within the 4 gigabytes of memory address of the protected mode of 8386. The paging mechanism and protection capabilities are also available in this mode of operation. In virtual mode, the paging unit provides 256 pages, each of 4 kilobytes size. Each of the page will be anywhere within the maximum 4 gigabytes of physical memory. The 8386 can support multi-programming, hence the multiple 8086 real mode software application can be executed at a time. This figure shows the memory management in virtual 386 mode in multitasking virtual 8086 environment. That's all with the operating modes of 8386 microprocessor. Let us discuss the architecture of 8486 microprocessor in the next class.